that woman, Pile, I'm surprised because I saw her when she came to Mpumalanga, and she never presented herself as a scared person. Then until someone else told her that she must be scared. The relationship that I saw between her and the chief did not say that.
So you're saying they have met. She has come here to do her job and she has met
she met the chief as a journalist.
One will argue that now that the deputy president is no more, then your protection has also gone.
Standing in a court of law, I can stand. If they say, no, you killed 1, 2, 3, or you've been part of killings, I'll stand. They attempted, in fact, in the first episode I did say that, they attempted and failed.
Well, now, the most important fact here is that there are families of people that really, they look at you, people are pointing at you individually as having executed these murders, some of them. And what has been the reaction if you meet them face to face? Yeah, we are back again, just finishing the conversation we started with Mr. Welcome Nkuna, who worked closely with the late Deputy President, Mr. Davidmabuza. Yeah, he was in the inner psyche of the former Deputy President, especially on security matters, but also as a guy who was raised by him. Yeah, welcome again.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah. One issue, obviously, even that affidavit you questioned, that was written by James Gambole. It points at you as being somebody who was organizing hitmen, basically, and probably you were one of the people who was even pulling the trigger in those incidences that are mentioned there. How do you feel about that as an individual being fingered of having done that? Oh, by the way, your nickname is Matubula. Maybe it comes from that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bad tag to carry. It is not nice that people know you as a killer. And in fact, real killers are up there, in fact, sitting behind bars in prisons. Some of them evaded arrest, but they're in the background. You know, it's like in movies, the real steering is always behind the curtains. In African, you say, after the trolleys, behind the bars.
Yeah.
So I saw it, and I think in one or two books, they said that Mukapla is the one who's killing people. To a level that people were even afraid when you are asleep in a car, they will always say, no, this one is listening. You must not say anything bad. And you find that you were really asleep. So it was not a good thing. It's a bad tag. And I carried that tag up until now. And I think I'm going to carry it until to the grave. As even Comrade Titi carried a tag that he went to the grave with.
But I mean, the way you carried it, it doesn't look like it has affected you because you've been moving around with your chest out, your head held high. You've never, showed that you are scared and you sort of go underground. You never.
If you have been a soldier or a police officer, you are always told to have chest out. So if you have chest out when you move with confidence. But obviously, I've got my own personal security systems that I use, and that's why I'm still here. That's why you can't just find me unnecessarily driving in the night or going to clubbing or what. I don't do those things. People will see me from a distance and think, no, this one is a crewist. I'm not. And operationally, when I move, I will not allow a car to follow me even for a minute. I'm always trying, but I can't tell everything because that's my own modus operandi that I use to protect myself. So, I evaded a lot of attempts on my life. But
I was about to ask that. How about yourself?
But the way I am, I'm not an alarmist. The reason I said, no, let me come, that you persuaded me for almost 3 to 4 weeks that I must come in. But I realized that maybe I'm denying people some information that they might not know. But, it's not in my nature to go around talking. So that also will help me because, there's one thing that in one training that I went to, in our dormitories where we're sleeping, there was a small board that was written down to say only need to know basis. And they said, that is a principle that you must carry. That's why even in the first episode I said, information that is not intended for you becomes dangerous. Because if I know that there's a bomb here, since we planted it and we've got a meeting, then when we begin that meeting, maybe the meeting elects me to be a chairperson, and the bomb is supposed to explode maybe at 11 o'clock, and we start the meeting at 9. The meeting drags up until towards 11. But because I have got information that was not supposed to be with me, I will end up shivering, and even try by all means that at 11, you'll hear me screaming and running away because I know, and only to find that bomb was detonated, and I was never told that the bomb was detonated. I'd say, and then people will say, "How did you know that there was a bomb?" So sometimes information that is not intended for you becomes dangerous to carry around.
True.
So that's the thing that
because now the most important fact here is that there are families of people that really. They look at you, people are pointing at you individually as having executed these murders, some of them. And what has been the reaction if you meet them face to face?
First, maybe one must start by saying that, comrades can be unscrupulous, can be populist for their own benefit. Some families that they were talking about, we meet and there's nothing. You see? And I saw them meeting the chief and there was nothing. You see? But outside there's comrades who took it upon themselves that they want to throw everything at us. And you find yourself doing nothing because they are provoking you so that you react, so that they say, no, we told you. This is what these guys are capable of doing. And I said, no, let's see. Let's see to finish and we'll see how far they go with it. But as I'm saying, instead of people thinking, America Cabral said, maybe I'll quote him twice. He said, tell no lies. Don't hide the truth from the people. He also said, people are not fighting for ideas. They're not fighting for things that are in anyone's head. They are fighting for material gains. They are fighting for their lives to be better. They are fighting for the future of their kids to be successful and be confirmed that it's going to be successful. That's why they are fighting. They're not fighting for all these ideas that people are creating. While you're busy trying to fight amongst yourself, two things suffer. The organization suffered reputationally. Two, the people suffer down there because you're busy fighting. You're busy saying, Caesar killed 1, 2, 3, Caesar did 1, 2, 3. You see? But the people, what about the people of South Africa? The ones that put ANC into power. ANC has been voted by more than 20 million before. Gradually it went down, and South Africa, it was around 22 million who were voting. ANC was getting around 11 million something. In elections. But what happened this time? More than 4 million down. And even mpumalanga at 51%. That 51% did not come from the people. The people reacted to what comrades are doing. And usually it's not the people that are fighting down there. It's leadership. Fighting amongst themselves, then thereby compromising the ANC reputationally. And eventually people find themselves rejecting the ANC. That's why mostly I'm an election manager for Mbombela. election structure.
Yeah.
I can tell you that a number of people did not go to vote, not because they rejected the ANC by voting. They withheld their vote because they are not motivated. The voter apathy is very low.
Yeah.
And then we expect people to like the ANC.
There's too much noise at the top, and
even now
listen to
the
it.
chief is late, but you hear people. In fact, I'm an African. What I know is that even a murderer, when that murderer is dead, you will not go to even the funeral and say, this one was murdered or what. You'll say, may his soul rest in peace. Because the person, what he did and what he is, these are two different things. So you can't be fighting as if that person will wake up and respond.
Yeah.
And what is there to benefit if you go around talking bad about a person?
Exactly. But just one critical question. You being implicated in all of this. One will argue that now that the deputy president is no more, then your protection has also gone. Are you confident that these issues are not going to come and bite you?
I've got capacity, capability, and competency to protect myself. And even if he was still alive, you asked him, he was going to tell you that this one can protect himself. He's able to protect himself. And people are worried that I've been able to survive, even when they thought, no, they have killed me, in terms of ensuring that they will separate me with the chief. And then they said, no, this is going to, no, I survived and I'm still surviving. So I know there are guys that might not be able to live beyond this, but we are going to live.
I mean, if they come with the approach of laying charges or something like that.
I'm ready. That one I'm not afraid of. There were many instances where I should have sold the chief. People coming, hey, chief, there's a missing puzzle. If you get this one, your guy will be arrested. And I said, nah, guys, I'm not that cheap. People used to say, if you sell your product, even the buyer will not trust you. So there's no way that I can sell my own product. I say. That's why even standing in a court of law, I can stand. If they say, no, you've killed 1, 2, 3, or you've been part of killings, I'll stand. They attempted, in fact, in the first episode I did say that, they attempted and failed. So I was ready to go to stand in the court of law of being arrested, but unfortunately that did not happen because we had a very strong defense system ourselves. No,
you've been consistent. When you were still alive and now that is gone, you're still consistent. Yeah. Okay. Then there was this video circulating by a fellow journalist, Verashni Pillay.
Yes,
Pillay. Basically amplifying the narrative, or rather the perception that Mpumalanga has been dangerous, even for journalists. She explained everything, how she was scared. She was advised to have a powerful car, a more bigger car, and all of that.
Hey guys, I don't know if it's too soon to tell the story, but with our former president, David Mabuza, unfortunately passing away, I kind of have to share this. When I was a young political reporter back in the day, I went to go do a big story down in mpumalanga where he used to be the premier and he still had a lot of control and power. And I was talking to various whistleblowers and sources within government who were talking about massive corruption in the province. And I went to go interview someone and they looked at my car, and I was driving a little Hyundai Getz at that time, small little car for a young reporter. And he said to me, you need a better car. And I was like, why? And he was like, with the work that you're doing, Mabuza's going to send people after you and they will ram this car off the road. So I was a little bit scared. I wrote the story, but I never really followed up because there was a lot of stuff about how Mabuza had locked down that province. I mean, this is the province that saw multiple whistleblowers being killed. And that was a time when it was all happening, especially around the Mbombela Stadium being built around the World Cup. And whistleblowers were literally being killed in that province. And apparently, allegedly, sources had said to me that he was the source of all of this and that his home was kind of like the base for all this incredible criminal networks that were operating in the province. So yeah, I know he just died, but, condolences to his family and to his loved ones, but he was not a gift to the nation.
What would you say about that? Because it's basically emphasizing that there was a climate of fear during Didi Mabuza's reign in the province.
I remember at some point we went to the Eastern Cape with Comrade Titi.
Yeah.
Someone was just maybe meters away. So he looked at the demeanor and everything, and he ended up talking to me. And I said, no, go and greet the chief. He greeted the chief, and the chief asked him, hey, how is home? How is so-and-so? Where is so-and-so? So he happened to be familiar with the Eastern Cape.
Okay.
But then he went beyond and even spoke personal things with this guy. And subsequently, the guy said, is this the one who's a killer? I said, I don't know, but he presented himself differently.
Yeah, but the conversation, interacting with him doesn't say anything like
he's
that.
He's a very good man.
Mm.
And I said, even last time I said this, that sometimes we think people who are afraid of you are hating. No, they hate what you are going to be. Because that woman, Pile, I'm surprised because I saw her when she came to mpumalanga, and she never presented herself as a scared person. Then until someone else told her that she must be scared. And it was good if she was going to say, I was told by Welcome to be scared. But creating something that is not a fiction. So, and there are people who have got capacity to create their own lies and trust them. Then think that everyone's going to trust those things. She's regurgitating things that were there in public, were there in newspapers, and then trying to rekindle everything as if this thing is new. She's saying, this man is a killer, what. There was this environment of death when you're in Mpumalanga. Even someone said you must change your car. For what? Why was he afraid if she was not guilty? But the relationship that I saw between her and the chief did not say that.
So you're saying they have met. She has come here to do her job, and she has met
she met the chief as a journalist. And she doesn't say those things. So who was she meeting? Was the point of contact in Mpumalanga, it was the chief. She can't say she came here to interview some mayor somewhere or some pastor somewhere. No. The chief was the center, and everyone will come and meet the chief. That's why the chief said at some point, who do you want to be accused if it is not me? Because I'm the one who's in charge of the province. I'm the one who's in charge of the province. So Pile, I think, was still going to talk. Maybe we are going to respond better than this, because there's a lot that she must explain. In fact, who sent her to say those things, and why say them now?
No, because I'm raising it because you were the guy who was at the center of things, the security, allegedly the plotting and everything. Of everything. So you're sitting here, I'm asking you if you had any personal contact, any contact or knowledge of her since she has gone public, about being here, about being scared. Were you behind those who were intimidating her, all of that? Or even other journalists in general, not specifically her.
There's journalists who can say maybe I have intimidated them.
Yeah,
I can sometimes agree, but with that one, everyone who has met the chief came out differently in terms of the attitude and perception about the chief. Many of them, when they meet the chief, they'll say, I was scared, but when they go out the door, they'll be saying, no, wow, what a man. Because they will see that this man is a good man. But everyone who is accusing the chief, they've got something, they've got an axe to grind against the chief. Many of them. I'm not saying Comrade Titi was an angel, neither are you an angel or myself. I'm not an angel. He had his own weaknesses, but he must be forgiven. The man is no more. Why do you concentrate on that one? Why don't they concentrate on the workaholic spirit of Titi, the energy that he unleashed? Yeah. Even when EFF came in, they were very strong and threatening. He went out very strongly. I can tell you, around Headsteman, they were doing some damages. He went out and worked.
Yeah.
Comrade Desmond, Comrade Pat Ngomane can tell you that you called us, the three of us, and said, Pat, you are going to be going to Gert because you are heading mobilization. Desmond, you are going to go somewhere. Welcome, you are going to go in his review and push back. I don't want to see you in Bombela until after elections. That's what he said. It was an instruction, a decisive and strict instruction. And you know, with him, he has got ears all over and eyes all over. So if you deviate from the instruction, he will call you, hey, why are you doing 4, 5, 6? Because I told you that you must do 1, 2, 3. So
he had ears and eyes.
People must talk about the positives that are there. I think with Comrade Titi, there's many positives that must overshadow the negative. That's science. But people are defying science. What I know is that the dominance of the positives will ensure that the smaller negatives. Scientifically so. But with these ones, people are defying the majority and sticking to the minority of issues. But it says a lot about a person. If someone dies, you begin to talk negatively about that person. I know some will say, I'm principled. If you're principled, why didn't you continue saying those things? Because some of them, I know, they sat and smoked peace pipe. Now that it's gone, then people are beginning to talk.
Again.
And, they will even come to us and say, one day you were suspended under the chief. No, but was the chief in administration? There was a DG there.
No, man. In short, all I can say, when he was still alive, he left all of us perplexed. And even in death, we are still perplexed. We still, discussing these things. Was he good? Was he bad? Was he good? Was he bad? I don't know. That's what he brought with him.
At some point, you need to do an exercise, call those guys and say, okay, let's continue, guys. There's bad, there's good columns. Okay, bad, number 1.
Let's list.
2, 3, 4, 5. Good, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see which ones are going to win. The ones that are saying good things about community are going to win. The ones that are saying bad things about community are not going to win. I said it even last time that the challenge in community, many comrades that surrounded community, it was about material benefits at the expense of good comrades. You see, they were painting other comrades very bad because they did not want anyone to be around community. I worked with community. I know what I'm talking about. Every time and again, I will even push that people must see community because the ones that were there, they felt like
gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping very strongly that people must not access community. And it's not only community. If you can go to a lot of leaders, they suffer the very same fate that they allow those that are around them to even influence who the person sees, who he does not see. That's why they say they ended up very lonely because if Caesar wants to come in, they say, no, Caesar. They even concoct some things. With me, they concocted a lot of things. A lot. But the chief will always prove them wrong. I said, no, but you said 1, 2, 3. Why this is not happening? Because all of them combined who said they were there around the chief, the skill that I was providing, there's no one who could provide it. There was no one. No one. And they know that.
Yeah.
And the capability thereof.
Yeah.
So,
okay. But now, well, we all have to move on and look forward. He's gone. And you are a member of the ANC, you through and through.
Tried and tested.
And you are in Mpumalanga. How do you see the future without him?
I will also refer you back to the quote that I made by Amilcar Cabral. You see, if leadership of the ANC don't realize that we don't have an elder anymore in Mpumalanga, it's going to be a problem. 2, it's either they take advantage of the fact that they had, South Africa, the fact that we had Mandela. Even if you go to Nigeria, they will be quoting Mandela. And when you come at the strength of the fact that you're coming from a country which housed Mandela as his bed home, or a bed country, or a country of bed, you will see that those people take you otherwise. As I said to you that I'm studying in Mozambique. What I'm seeing in Mozambique is different because they respect South Africans. So for Mpumalanga to be respected, it was because Comrade Titi pushed the flag very higher so that people can see that there's Mpumalanga. And we all benefited, whether negatively or positively. We all benefited with the fact that there was Comrade Titi. So the spirit of Comrade Titi, for him to rest, for him to behave wherever he is, it will need someone to carry the baton. One, leadership must shape up or shape out. That one must be clear. If they can't shape out, if they can't shape up, I'm telling you, they're going to be shipped out by the electorate. They have demonstrated that they've got the ability to throw the ANC out. In fact, we're at 51% now. It's a calamity. 51%.
And do you remember this unity thing that he came up with up until the Mpumalanga branches were talking about voting unity rather than in 2017? Do you remember the exact time and when he came up with what had happened?
Yeah, I remember very well, vividly so that they even came up with a song around the issue of unity. Remember, there was the song that...
No, the moment that struck me when he came up with that, it was after the elections where the ANC started losing the metros. And I can't remember the meeting where it was, but then that was when he spoke about this unity thing.
Any district municipality, he spoke about that unity. He even said, I'm talking about the people on the street, the hawkers, the guys in the petrol station, security guards. If we don't unite ourselves, we must kiss the ANC goodbye. I don't want to go there, as you're saying that I must go national. I don't want to go there and be a deputy president or president that sits in the Chile House but cannot ascend to the union building. So we began preaching that as like a stuck city, always saying that.
No, I remember that day. That changed that day. I was there. There was some ANC gathering, and then that's when he said, "Look, masignika lento, udlale ngayo."
No, that one was in Chemaslela outside. It was, it was a celebration of the outcome of local government elections, and he said there's going to be no celebration. Because we have lost. And the current chairperson was standing just adjacent to him. And he kept on looking. This time we can't afford. So those things, Mpumalanga, the only chance they have is for them to unite. Leadership, to ensure that...
But it's not a Mpumalanga problem. It's a countrywide problem.
Yeah, but it must start somewhere.
It must start somewhere.
So Mpumalanga leadership must unite. Mpumalanga leadership must ensure that they take care of the people. There's institutions of governance. You see, municipalities are in tatters. Something must happen. The provincial government must deliver to the people. You know, these allegations of corruption every day, it's not a good thing. It's very sad. That's why I said one day, maybe I must activate my forensic investigation company and begin to strike. I can see that there's no other way. Otherwise, if we don't do that, I can easily be a Paul O'Sullivan and open cases against other people because this thing is happening. People are stealing with impunity. As I said that day, they even go out. You see, when a person celebrates an audit outcome as if that thing it's an achievement, an audit outcome is nothing but to say you have complied in terms of your books and you have been able to account for what you did. But they provided the paperwork. They don't say you have not stolen. It will never come and say you have stolen unless you contravene certain supply management processes. Then it's going to hit you hard. But it's not like, hey, it's what. I will not celebrate that. What I can celebrate is when people get service delivered.
Yeah.
Audit outcome is at output level, but what is the outcome?
The outcome, yeah. Does the clean audit reflect the delivery on the ground?
I was part of a management wherein this evening we were sitting with the audit executive. It has got some serious matters that we must deal with in order to ensure that we go to clean audit or even just unqualified. But when we slept around 10, as management, we were stressed. And some of these things were in the section that I was leading. I will not mention the office because some people are still there. But as I'm saying, they will know. In the morning, 7 o'clock, we were called by our head. And the audit executive was there to present us with the clean audit.
Yeah.
But then she said to me, please be mindful of 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Then that's saying outside off record that you must take care of 1, 2, 3, but you must still do this thing. God, why is this thing always coming in as if it's the biggest elephant in the room that you can't deal with? I said, oh God. And this thing is still there even now. I'm happy because I've seen some things happening. So you can't just get a clean audit. So I said, if there was an independent quality assurance process, people are going to be arrested. Even the AG now, if you can go back and look at what they declared as clean audits in some of the municipalities and departments, they can be surprised themselves.
Yeah, because we must admit that even the auditors themselves, they are human beings, they are fallible, they succumb to temptations. So as you're saying, in that case, that example we are making, somebody can be spoken to nicely and he changes things.
Management report, when we come up with a management plan to deal with these things of the audit outcome, you even surprise yourself with saying, how did we reach to
the clean audit after these matters that has been raised?
They say there's matters of emphasis, but we clean audit, not even unqualified.
Corruption.
Then you go to issues of security clearances wherein a person, you know exactly that this person is doing everything wrong, and the person comes out of the polygraph machine, comes from the polygraph machine, clean. And also clean audit, but clean security clearance top level. Yeah,
because maybe the biggest problem is there about South Africa. Maybe the biggest problem is there. The people who end up in influential positions, they are not vetted properly. There's fraud that's taking place there.
General Nkuna has mentioned that thing
this afternoon.
I'm happy because he did mention it. Bogus top secret or secret security clearances are issued. And it's known. And when you are close to the leadership, it's worse. Because even if you don't have that security clearance, you'll find yourself shielded by the leadership. And end up getting that security clearance. And then we say, no, there's governance. You see, governance starts from being ethical as leadership. You must have ethical leadership that responds properly. And if something is bad, it's bad.
It's bad.
Even if I want to, at some point, I did the security clearance on someone who was supposed to work with a political principal. And they were always together. That political principal will know as I speak now. They were always together, even, contravening the protections prescripts. Because they even drove on one car. When the principal goes on the left, the person will go on the right.
That is not allowed.
It's not allowed. And they were always together. And I said,
name them, man. Name them. This is the platform.
I told you that at some point I'm going to write a book. I've been requested to write a book. This person, when I tried to do the security clearance, and I sent it to the state security. The guys from state security were very good at some point. It's not that everything in state security is bad, no.
Yeah.
In
every office, there are bad apples.
In fact, even before state security, yes, I remember now, I went to criminal record set through the SAPS.
Yeah.
I put that application, fingerprints, 8 criminal cases, 5 burglaries.
Hey.
And I went to the principal and said, I can't continue doing security clearance for this person. State security is going to laugh at me because the preliminaries that we do as a government tells us whether we will continue or not. And the principal was very angry with me, but at least the person was removed. Because I said, if you continue with this person, I'm telling you, you are going to have a problem.
Yeah, down the line.
You are going to have a problem.
Yeah.
So we worked in an environment where you are going to be hated, but what is nice is that you are as good as your last report or your last action. When I came in, community said one thing to me, he said, welcome. If there's no complaints about you and you're heading integrity and forensic investigations, then you're not doing anything. So you must not be afraid. Go there, do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But what some people saying is very correct. But on the other side, he says, do what you're supposed to do. When I hear complaints, I will know that you're working. But if you go there, you're sitting in integrity management, then you become a darling of everyone. You're not working.
Then it means you're not doing your job.
How can a police officer be loved by the community, not for arresting? Loved by criminals, so not even the community. Loved by the criminals, hey, this one is a good cop. It says a lot about you.
It says a lot.
Because those people are not supposed to be your friends. So with me, I did not care whether people like me or what, but if you're faced with me, you must know that it's bad.
Yeah.
And I had a team, a very good team in the Office of the Prime. They did their jobs, even though at some point some will then be demoralized because, no matter how good you can be, you come into an environment and you find that the environment is contaminated. You end up being part of the bad apples. But no, we did our job.
Yeah. Local government elections coming. What role would Mabuza play if he was still alive?
We lost there. When Comrade DSG, Comrade Novula Mkonyana said yesterday in an interview, because some girl was asking her, when last did you speak to TT? He said, no, 2 or 3 weeks back. He was saying, I'm busy oiling my machines. I'm ready for local government elections. I even bought a truck that is going to be drilling boreholes in our programs. Meaning that in local government elections, TT was going to come into a village, there's no water. He was going to drill a borehole for these people. So that vacuum, it will be hard to close, reciprocate.
So he really this ability of planning ahead. It was his thing, and when he acts big.
When he lost conference in Mango, in Mango College, when he lost conference, that night he started planning for the next conference. I was with him.
Very patient.
Yeah, he started planning for the next conference. He didn't just say, it's fine, I'm lost. I've lost. Then let me go sleep and cry. No.
And he takes his time in the background to plan so that when it's time to execute the plan, it doesn't fail.
He cries in motion like an ambulance.
Because I made a mistake in another interview. I said he was, for 15 years, he was a deputy, which is not. Actually, should have said he stayed in the background at least 15 years before he took over a higher position. And he was planning all along, not that he was just sitting.
In fact, I think most people will remember that the way he touched his buttons, the buttons that he pressed, could tell you that the person is going for the ultimate.
Yeah. But he was subtle. He was not, overt about it. He was
No.
You needed to analyze to see where is this person going, why
One
this
thing
and
that
that.
he did not like is for people to predetermine or be able to know what his plans were. He didn't want people to know. But he will make you do some things that will tell you that we might be taking this direction.
Yeah. No, that's what.
Without you knowing that
Yeah.
you are assisting the process
Yeah.
of reaching this point.
Yeah,
But he was going there.
exactly. I think that's why we are sitting here. We've always been saying we just don't understand him. He's a mystery.
Yeah, I know. That one is like a complete assignment. When your teacher asks you how did you reach to this conclusion, you will not know, but you're the one who wrote the assignment just because you have copied it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even his departure now. You see, when he got sick and went to China the first time, that so many years back, I mean, there were a lot of speculations. He has died, he's going to die, he has died, he's going to die. And he came back alive.
Yes. It was not the first one.
But now there were no rumors, no, nothing. He just left.
And people could not believe. Even us, we could not believe that no, people are now busy concocting stories.
The petty and the kind of a person he was, he didn't give you eventually the result that you expected. It was just something opposite.
Yeah,
With the conferences, 2017 and everything.
but court of public opinion is going to remain court of public opinion. You see, what people are hiding, and I was glad I heard Comrade Madlamsi was saying it. You know, with TD, he was someone else and something else. You will hate him, but people loved TD. I remember the other day, Mbombela United was playing their last game. It was a game before the last, which they were going to play in Tembisa against the team of who's that guy? Mnisi, Sinki Mnisi. Yes. I remember there was that game there in Kanyamazan.
Yeah.
And Opa said to me, "Hey, Chief, we wish the Premier can be here there." I said, "No, I don't know how I'm going to bring him." I said, Titi was a good listener, and people don't know that. That's why I was able to easily talk to him, and I will agree. And I said to him, "Chief, there's a game. This is a modern game. Our team might go to PSL. It's playing against a Sinki's team. I forgot the team.
That was Tembisa Classics.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was Tembisa Classics.
Yeah. Then he said, "Okay, I'm coming." Then he called the protectors. They were late. And I was already there at the stadium because I was doing advancing. So I was with one guy. He's late as well. He was in protection services. He was a captain. So he decided to take his car and drive there. So he drove to the stadium. But
you were not even aware yourself.
No, I was aware that he said, "I'm coming.
Okay,
Those guys are going to follow me." I said, "Okay, Chief." And there at one, about 601, when you come in that robot, I think someone saw him and they stopped him. The mistake that it did is to alight from the car. Everyone went to him and then he called, "Back up! Hey man, can't you go?" Went to run
the crowd was gathering around you.
Into that robot there, next to the filling station there.
Yeah.
And we were pushing people. Luckily, even the protesters were coming. You see. So this man was laughed by people. I can mention a lot of instances where you will even try but fail sometime. But they never even, harm him anyway. They will want to talk to him, get his attention, take pictures, what, and report some incidences.
Yeah.
Some people are not saying those things, like the thing of him having lineup of people, poverty-stricken people in his farm around at the gate. Every morning you will see a group of people. To a level where social development was instructed to just have a mobile
clinic,
mobile office of some kind,
to
attend to these people, just write the things that they are crying about so that he can attend them. They can't say those things. They will all say the bad things. You see?
Yeah.
Did you will expel a person who fails to deliver? And a number of times he did that. A number of times. You see? There's one mayor that when we reached in one municipality in Kangala, at the doorstep there was a disabled man with no hands and disabled feet. So he was standing there with a team requesting for money. And he saw this person and he said, Unjani wabathi angikhona bathi wenzani la? Lana ngicela imali yami. I want to go to ngifuna kuya ePitori ngolanda izandla zami nenyawo. How? It's okay. Mayor kana imali. Badlula la uthi abantu manje balaphakathi. Speaker was balaphakathi. And we went in there in the meeting. The meeting could not continue.
Hell broke loose.
He asked for, they said, hey, Prima. I said, guys, who is there at the door?
Yeah.
Bani Prima, lo hlela lapha emnyango. Athi no, ngomunye nje uhlala kucela imali yakhe. Uthi ufuna ukuya ePitori, mara siyamnika khaya ePitori. What did you do? Mayor, don't you have money? This person is crying about 2,000 rands. Just for 2,000 rands.
Yeah.
Now, you know what you're going to do? Mayor, you're going to give him money, then ensure that there's a car in the municipality. Tomorrow, it must take him to Pretoria, and you're going to make an appointment there, then they sort him out. But you, Mayor, you're going to follow me to the farm. That was the last time that the mayor was mayor of that municipality.
Yeah.
That's how we reacted. And in Standard, some people will remember there was a councillor that people were crying about. Then we went there. There was a big meeting there, a crowd there in the stadium. Then people were saying, councillor out in councillor. Not that he didn't know the councillor. He was standing just two people
next to him.
apart. Yeah. Said, no, what happened? Councillor, whoop. Said, no, Prima. I said, come here. And then the councillor will figure out, but we have ever known what he knows.
Yeah.
I said, you have a Prima. But you know, I was still councillor again. The councillor took the mic. I'm still councillor. The people kept saying, tomorrow we are going to come to Nelspruit in the provincial office of the ANC. We're not going to put you in the dustbin. We don't have dustbin of people. We are going to find someone called Laking Denisa there. Tell him to solve your issue and see where you are being placed. But you are not the councillor anymore. The people were happy. And he saved the ANC.
Yeah.
It came back there. Because, no, it was legal, not senator. Legal,
yeah.
So, you see, you're talking about someone who was a guy who does things differently and action now.
No, he was able to take decisions. I think he as a leader,
I went
decisive.
with him at Pushback Creek. In fact, in many areas, I can talk the whole thing, but then maybe let me make 2 examples and then we can continue. In Mariti, after there's this shop, market, but it's Linda. There's houses outside, so we're campaigning them. He realized that people don't have houses. He called HOTs, he called businessmen from Nelspruit and some from Bushbuck Creek. He said, this is the house you're going to build. In 2 weeks, I'm going to come open this house. This is the house that you're going to build. This is the house you're going to build. This is what you're going to build. Yeah. But you know what you're going to do now? You're going to buy at least 10,000 groceries for each house. And the house must be fully furnished with the DSTV. When I come back, because I'm still doing door-to-door, I want to find them eating. And in the meantime, buy KFC so that they can continue eating while you're going to buy. So when we came back, everyone was happy. And we came back there, we opened these houses. In case at the end, we went to the ICC there was this group of people who were singing. Yeah, they came with this crap many buses.
Yeah.
I remember there was King Zolitini there, and then he said, guys, what are you driving? It's not that he didn't see them.
Yeah.
Said, I'm driving. You don't have a transport? I said, yes. I said, okay, I'm coming next week. I'm going to give you a 22-seater. A proper Mercedes 22-seater so that all of you can be accommodated.
Yeah.
They cried, those guys, because we went back there. And it was now TP. We went back there to give them that 22-seater.
So here the impact all over.
Yes.
Yeah, we built houses all over and other provinces as well. Very interesting.
Ask anyone who has worked with him, he will tell you that no, the man was a good man. Though, as I said, he was not an angel. No one is an angel. Even those the one that criticize him. If you can say, guys, are you an angel? Or you can, if you say you're an angel, you're not an angel, you're going to die. They will say, no, we're not an angel.
Yeah, but one thing about him that they're saying, you talking positively about him and you're saying he was extremely good. Those who talk negatively about him, they're saying he was extremely bad. Nobody's saying he was moderately, he was partly good, partly bad. But basically people are seeing an angel, a saint, and a devil.
I've never seen you hating anyone, but I'm telling you that there's people that hate you. You've never hate anyone, but there's people that hate you.
Yeah.
So what do you expect from a TT who's a leader?
Yeah.
You can't be loved by everyone. You're not money.
It's what it is.
There's only one thing, money, that can be loved by everyone. Whether it's a witch, whether it's a pastor, what.
Yeah.
But that one is not money. You can even, Comrade Ramaphosa today, there's some people who are going to say bad things about him. Paul Mashatile today, at the DSG, what one? There is no one who's an angel. In fact, politics is not a game of angels.
No.
If you're an angel,
absolutely. You don't survive.
You don't belong there.
Yeah. Politics and business.
Yeah, no, it's not for the faint-hearted.
Otherwise, if you're a businessman, you won't make money.
You go to play soccer, but you don't want to be hard tackled.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't make sense. Go to rugby, but you don't want to fall.
Okay. Yeah. No, man. If there's nothing more to say, I'm done. And I think it was a very important meeting, interview in many respects, because issues that he didn't want to answer, to tackle while he's still alive, at least you have answered them. At least you have given us some perspective that we didn't know.
No, thanks.
Yeah, those are exclusives, at least. And we'll look forward to your book.
I hope that this is the last time.
No. I think the story continues. It's not going to die. I can imagine the person that he was. I think we're still going to talk about him for many years to come.
Yeah.
I think so. I believe so. Yeah. He was that kind of a person. Yeah, I don't think this is the last.
No.
I don't think this is the last. Everybody's got a story to tell about him. I've told my story. I'm still gonna tell my story. Yeah.
Now, now it started bad, in fact, with you. The relationship you had before. It was bad, but because people told you that there's 1, 2, 3. People told you that we want to kill you. People told you a lot of things. You started very badly, but eventually you said, but this Welcome, is he the one that wants to kill me?
I thought this one was going to kill me.
There was a time I met someone in Youth Cafe. This guy was told that I've been sent to kill him. And then I found him there, because I don't stay in those environments. So I wanted to meet someone there. After meeting this guy, he said, hey, Chief, but he was shivering. So I don't know. But they say, you want to see me? He said, if you want to see me, I'll see you. Here's 500 rand. Hey, this guy even till today he says, no thanks, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know because I was told it's from Bulala.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Ciao.